Hey guys, Hrph here. Welcome to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. We're over here on our little, that's the breeding facility up there. We're down where we were looking at the gigas in the last episode. We are breeding some frogs in the pool here. I've never done this before. So they lay eggs in the water, and then I guess the eggs just hatch. You don't have to incubate them. Gotcha, little baby. A 189? That's fucking terrible. That's terrible, man. Literally, that's brutal. You're gonna eat your own baby, because that thing's awful. Man, these things are so fast. Oh my god. Get off. Oh, that's a great way to start the video. Eating your young. So we'll get a couple of minutes left on that one. So these two, I'm just going to let them breed. I have gone ahead and made let's get on this guy. Try to put this in the central place. I've made a feeding trough for this area. Put it here. It's a show visible area, so it's not quite reaching the pond, but it is reaching the gigas, I guess. So I guess we'll leave it. We'll leave it right there, I guess. And the frogs will figure it out. Oh man, I thought you had no meat there. Dang it! Okay, that drop is done. And we probably have time to do it. So we're going to move a couple of enemies closer over there. It's okay, I don't have any berries. Get. What's this? Daedon saddle and a dire bear saddle. Oh, that's both pretty good. He doesn't need that. For a boss fighting army of Galamuses. Yeah, that's not a thing. Skip it on. Oh, I did that. It's actually in there. Give me some berries. Berries in here for food. Okay, clay. Crap, I don't have any light over here. That's the beef. I'm not sure if this gig is going to eat or not. Goes right on the line. Moves down a little bit. I guess not either. Closer to the old feeding trough. I want to keep these two out. They're just in the way up near the facility. So let's check out this guy's. His foot technically is inside the line. Is he going to eat? It looks like he ate. So I don't have a giga saddle, so I don't have a way to move this fine young lady yet. I'll figure that out later. I don't know how to do this at night underwater. I guess I could try to set up a torch or something. Another 188. That's brutal. Starve. So yeah, those are terrible. And I'm breeding at a 194 with a 224. And we're getting 188s. So that's not a fantastic return. Fantastic. Well, let's see. Okay, so we have done several giga eggs. I don't have them breeding at the moment. The only issue with the gigas is that the eggs take about an hour to hatch, even at my expanded rates. But they only take 5 or 6 minutes to actually lay an egg, so I end up with a zillion eggs. We have... Yeah, let's run up here and I'll show you the deal. So... I recorded earlier today about, over the course of about 2.5 hours, only to find out that I actually was not recording. So... yeah, I'm a dummy, again. We didn't accomplish too much. I had 1 arrow in here, and I was breeding Rexes and the Spinos in here. And you can see we've got this guy up to 297. So these were originally 233s. That we had that we brought to the ice cave. Nice English. We had brought to the ice cave, and we failed miserably. So we have now pumped 60, I guess, 4 levels into this guy. So they're getting up there. We should be able to get them up into the low 300s, but you can see the their health is now, was at about 7,000, it's at 25, and melee is 3,600. So he was sitting there eating Rex and Spino babies that were no good, and I had probably hatched about 8 or 9 gigas in here, none of which were good, all of which this guy ate. He's at 299, and again, so we got about 66 levels into him, so we still have, you know, not sure how high these go, maybe 72, so we still have a handful of levels that we can achieve. But we're getting close to maxing him out. His got the same health, and his melee is a couple of us higher at almost 3,800. So, yep. So that's it. We did get ourselves a 239 Rex, which was nice. This 237 was the result of the latest round of Rexes that we had captured, that tamed. I think consisted of 5 Rexes. We combined the Rex with, there was 2 Rexes that we couldn't use out of the 5 because, you know, like its best stat was oxygen, and who cares? We're not going swimming with these guys. And I think one of the other ones, his best stats was food, and again, who cares? So we took, these guys had better health and better melee than the previous group that we were breeding. So this 237 was a combination of the best health and the best melee. So I took this result, the 237, and I bred it with another 217 that we had that had better weight. So this female doesn't have the best health, but it does have the good melee and the good weight at 920. So we're going to be breeding these two together to combine, you know, health, weight, and melee. And then at the end of that, once we have a solid baby with all the best stats there, we're going to breed it with these 224s to breed in the stam, which is the only usable stat from these original guys. So the end result is, you know, we should be up in the 240s to start with, I hope, for the Rexes. I'm not sure how many levels any of these stats is going to... You know, it's close to a couple hundred points of health to be put on the result of these two. So 239 right now. I'm hoping, you know, we get up to 244, 245, and then close to 250 with the good stuff. So we still have some work to do there. Yeah, but we're not doing this now because we're concentrating on the frogs. So what I'm hoping to do is get a couple of beels, maybe a beels and a spare beels. Ooh, okay, I caught it. I have a habit of just falling down here onto the... So we get a couple of beels, we can bring those with us over to Genesis. And I think once we're over there at Genesis, I'm going to take a look at some of the basilos over there. We need to replace our basilo that was tragically taken from us. So I am going to look at the X variants over on Genesis and see. I guess I don't know. I guess I need to read up and make sure that we can even use the X variants back over here on the island. But it still would be useful over there for some exploring and some, maybe some of the underwater the events that you have to do to get points. So. But that remains to be seen. I'm going to jump in here and see if I can tell what these Beelzes are. If we've got a good one. We've got a 226 there. Yes, I didn't imprint on 226. Okay. Let's see what the 226 is. I'm just going to pull up my spreadsheet and the others. This. So 2069, 855. Food. And it looks like the torpedo just went up a little bit, so. The only real difference between these guys is the, I need this one to be a male though, this is a female, so this is a candidate to bring with us. Should it grow up and live, I don't really have any food to give it. Do you eat meat? That's good. Okay, here is You know what I need to do is go up and get the... Archie's got some food up there. I'm assuming the babies eat meat. The adults eat meat, so... Right, let's bring this back down and give the baby something to eat. So I've never bred these beels before. Kind of unique where you're going to do it in the water, I guess. Get this 180 that I don't care. You guys too far away. 14. Just don't care about Take the 214. Screwing this up so completely. And this is mean, but it dies instantly and disappears. So that's terrible. Okay. Let's give the baby a little stack of food. I'm going to clean that wheels. Where is the little one? Which one did I just... Stop moving. Okay, he's eating the food. Right. That's okay. Alright, so we've got one raised. I guess we got another egg coming here. Let's see what in about a minute and a half. We'll see where that one goes. I don't want to kill this other one. But they're probably mating again. Where is the baby? The baby is following me. That's a problem because you're going to follow me right out of a pool. No, I don't want to kill that other one in front of the baby. Ah, look at him. He looks like a tadpole. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. So, all right, this is good enough. Maybe we'll see what this, what these other babies pop out as. And, we may take a couple of these. In fact, I have a 209 that is not breedable. It doesn't have good stats as these two that I'm breeding with. So I guess we don't actually need these guys. I'll take this 226 and then the 209 because I can't breed with this one. I mean, I guess I could replace the female. Let's see. 188 and what? Oh, this one just had 202, 207. Not very good. Need this guy to freaking sure. Grow up. Piggy. And I'm hungry as well. Keep you fed, even though you would live. I don't think I even need to feed him at this point. But his health is already doubled just from that start. So, okay, I'm gonna let this guy grow up. We'll see what we get from this other egg, and I'm gonna turn these guys off of breeding. Process. Save mating. Quit your mating. Get out of here before we drown. Okay, well, I learned something. This was a little ridiculous, but a couple of these. And I am going to try to, I'm going to raise these guys. And then we'll show the couple off that we're going to bring with us to Genesis. And I am not going to do Gigas today, but I'm going to try a few Rexes. And I can do Spinos while we're doing that, just because they run about the same length. So maybe we'll try a few generations of that. And so I'll bring you back shortly when I get that started. Okay guys, we are back. Just wanted to show you these two frogs. This 226 is the one that we, actually it's 228 now. I leveled it up a little bit. It looks like it's got another level. So I am leveling melee for the moment. I gotta do some weight. This guy's really not bad. It'll be good over there because we don't have much yet. This 209 is one that we caught in the swamp here a while back. But its stats were, none of its stats were better than either the 294, oddly enough. I mean the 194 or the 224. So we have cryopotted the 194 and the 224 right now, which I'm actually gonna put them back in here. So that's these guys. And we could potentially use these to really, I just don't feel like the stats are good enough to really warrant like full-on breeding with these guys. And I don't know that the frogs are that useful to keep going, but We got a reasonable level here that we can bring to the swamp. We got a backup that we can bring to the swamp. So this guy's weight is 233. This guy's weight is 256. So yeah, the frogs, their weight's not good. But we won't have anything when we transfer over there, so that won't be really an issue. So I do have, let's see, on this side right here, we got a Rex egg going. Second Rex egg going. So in the confusion there, when I was trying to kill the other frogs that we didn't want, the Argentavis took off after. So the Argentavis took off after one of the frogs, and I don't know where the heck it went or why it went there, but it did. I did eventually find it, but it took a little bit, and in the process of looking for it, we killed an alpha. So let's take a quick ride over there. I'll show you what I mean. So before it gets dark. So there was a couple of other frogs that we hatched in this pond, and I cryopoded the two that we wanted to keep, and I put the saddle on the baby. And when I attacked them, our RG came after these guys. And then the RG ended up way over here in this little nook. Where was he? He was right up here. Literally was right here. Just facing the wall right here. I don't know why the hell the thing flew way over here. But I ended up finding it over here, and in the process we killed an alpha raptor that was down there. So we got a tiny bit of experience. The alpha raptors just, especially the lower level ones, I think it was only in the 20s, just didn't give us much XP. The good news is, when all of that scuffle happened, the Gigas actually took a step over here inside the circle. So the Gigas are eating, which is a byproduct of my misfortune, I guess. So yeah, that's the deal with that. So these two frogs we're going to bring with us to Genesis. Eventually, about a minute. I bet one of the spinals maybe in this guy. Close to it. So 247 is a good spino. Not for our purposes here today. We have a 247 and a 248, and we are specifically looking for mutations on these guys. So I need, I guess I need this to be 249 at least. So we won't get a mutation on the 247 or 248. So that's what we're looking for there. And for the Rexes, I don't exactly know the level we're looking for, but we know we want, probably in the 240s. We want 239 plus for sure to combine all the best stats of those two. So that is what we are shooting for today. So we're going to hatch a few eggs. I'm not going to go crazy here today. I just thought we'd take a few shots at it. That is a 237, which is good, but not good enough. To level our guys here. So you can see these guys are actually healed up really well. They're up over almost at 21k. So they're just slowly eating off the trough while I'm sitting here making them kill things. Are you guys mating again? I'm about to drop an egg. We'll hang out here. So that's pretty much the process. I'm just I'm dropping eggs, killing the byproducts that we don't want, unfortunately. I could keep every single one. I would end up filling up my cryo fridge in a couple of sessions, which is why I'm not just hanging on to each and every one. At this point, we probably have half a dozen aloes not aloes, spinos in the fridge. So we do have some. Once we get a little bit higher and have a few mutations going, then I'll probably start keeping some of the, some of the failed ones for, an army of sorts. Probably keep a dozen of them or so. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. So I'll bring you guys back when we have any sort of, any sort of breakthrough with any of the critters here. Okay, guys, we had a breakthrough here. We ended up with a female 247. Would have been slightly better had it been a male, but a female is good to start with. That will, it's got the good health. So basically this female with this guy's health. So we've got one. So I can take this female and breed it with one of these guys to put the stam, and that should put it over the top of 250 something. So I'm going to go ahead and just disable breeding on these guys, because there's not much point. Disable mating. Did not work. I was just getting confused by it saying ready to mate, but it's still... Crap, I can't do it. Okay. Disable. So this guy's lady is eating off the trough. So when she matures, we're going to go ahead and breed her with the male of this pair to get the stam stat carried over, and that will be the beginnings of our new perfect couple. So yeah, that's actually a really good, it's a good breakthrough. So I'm going to just do these Spino eggs. I haven't had any luck on the Spinos. All of these are coming out as 247 or 248s, but, no mutations. So I'm going to disable mating on this pair so I can go do other things. But I think we've gotten some stuff accomplished here. Not quite certain how long this video is going to be, but I will potentially bring it back, or I will do an outro. So, okay, just as I said we were done, we got another 247 on the very next egg. These were two. I disabled mating, but I have 2 eggs yet to hatch. This is one of them. Tell me you're a male. Oh, very nice. You bring you out with your sibling. Actually, let me just compare the stats. So let's look at your stats, and we're going to look at the... This is the male baby Rex. So we've got 8360 for health, 300 and 20, yep. So identical stats, very nice. So this will help us make a second one. This is actually not fully required that we have this Rex, but you know what? Let me cryopod. These pads, because I don't need either one of them. You guys will become part of my fighting squad. Oh, cryopod, the 2 of you as mugs. And this is the baby, right? Okay. Just gonna dump out the baby right here. So we got a baby male, a baby female, 247s. I'm going to introduce probably I don't know the best way to do it. Probably going to be easier to use the female over here with the male to get the one stat that we want, because the female stats, I think, have a higher chance to carry over. So we will probably try to breed the male and try to get that stam in there. And the stam, honestly, is not a big deal. We are probably not going to be riding these guys in a boss fight. We'll be riding like a Tyrannus or something to give them a buff. So we'll take a couple of shots at maybe bumping these guys up to 250, but honestly, you know, we may not need to. At 247, we have a breeding pair at this point, and we could just go for mutations right here. Maybe we'll do that. The heck with the stam stat. Because, like I said, we're not going to be riding these guys. So we can just start to go for mutations and maybe try to build up some health, some melee. Although, you know, hopefully with our stats we don't really need to, but it would be nice to get you know, get these guys up over 250 and start. I think it's going to be quicker to try to get mutations than it is to try to breed. You know, this 224 and the 247, they're pretty good gap in the levels. And my feeling is we're just going to get a bunch of junk. It's going to take forever. So yeah, we might just go 247s and see what we do. But I don't know. I'll keep the options open. Doesn't matter. I'm just talking out loud. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks as always for watching. If you find the video helpful, this thing is ridiculous. 239. That's honestly a good Rex, but I don't know what that was. Ooh, the Rex looks good. And our alley. Melee. This doesn't help the aloe. I just don't want to cook it, and I don't want to take it. I have so much prime already cooked. This was one that got stuck in inside the air conditioner, so I had to claim it and cryopod it, and like a dummy I threw it out here and it's got cryo sickness. I thought I could just throw it down here and this guy could kill it. I wasn't paying attention that he was going to get cryo sickness. So I'm just waiting for it to starve or wake up so I can kill it or whatever. But it's becoming a pain in the butt. It's just in the way. But thankfully I'm done with this for the moment. So we're just waiting for the babies to mature. And yeah. So anyway, like I said, if you find yourself enjoying what we do, if you find these videos helpful at all, if it helps you you know, breed and mutate your creatures, let me know in the comments. And throw us a like or subscribe. All of these things really do help us out. So, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing everybody in the next one.